Well, welcome back to part 2. I wouldn't say part 2. This is when this is the first game that I unlocked damage and extended mags. Now you'll notice on the right hand side I got 9 buckshots in the automatic shotgun, and it went from 30 to 45, so you get 15 more shots, so you get about 1 more automatic all the way through clip with about 3 more shots. Now I die a couple times before I get hot with this thing, but I was like, come on man, I want to see what this thing can do. And actually this was the first time that I realized that this was an automatic and not a semi-automatic. Here I'm just like no situational awareness whatsoever. I was in the middle of it and just didn't know what was going on. Finally get my first kill, but then I get killed. And here's the thing. The US-12, look at that knife, isn't that awesome? Woo, I can't even get started yet. But the automatic shotgun is pretty amazing with the damage and extended mags. Now I don't know, like you'll see here's an example of me just, you're just holding on the trigger, and here's the thing, and I didn't mention this in the other video, and that's why you're here. This is the automatic USAS-12. I'm gonna just call it US-12 for short from now on. But the great thing in the difference between this shotgun and maybe a striker or another automatic shot, well, not, I would say semi-automatic or pump action. Here is where this thing stands apart. Not only does it have the range without range, I mean it can outrange all the other shotguns in the sense that it's an automatic. So the great thing about this is it has a temperament, and the temperament is that you can hold down the trigger, you can semi shoot it, and it's any way you want to use it. And the great thing is that you don't lose your aim if you're holding down the trigger. So if you come up against multiple targets, this thing is a beast. And look at that. When you zoom in, when you ADS, it's got I think like adds an extra quarter range to the ultimate overall range of the weapon itself. Now, I would suggest that, now I haven't got to the gold shotguns, and when I do, I'm going to be moving on to the automatic AA-12, and then I'm going to rank my shotguns, and you can come here. I think it's the best class out of the whole game. Actually has a point of being there before they actually nerf everything. I don't really know how bad the striker is compared to everything else in the game, relatively speaking, because everything has a counter to it in balance. And look at this amazing random grenade that killed me in my beautiful hiding spot. What the fuck? What's that? Now that's pure ass luck. That's the type of shit that'll happen to you in this game. Now I know that I think you'll be able to get an easier Moab with this shotgun than any other shotgun in the game. I don't know, I could just be talking out of my ass, but I just feel like I could just feel it coming on that I might get a gold Moab with the US-12. I think it's possible, because when I get to ranking these shotguns, I don't really know which shotgun I'm going to use until I finish the automatic and the 87 gold. I mean, I got it, like I said in the last video, I got it in fall camo, and what's really amazing is that they haven't even released the patch to nerf the striker and the FMG9s. So you can imagine when this patch comes along, like what's going to happen to all of the shotguns. I mean, if they nerf extended mags and everything else for the pump action and the automatics, it's just going to totally make the shotgun class useless. It is perfect. The shotguns are perfect where they're at, and I really don't see, I mean, the striker, maybe a tiny tweak you know, and the extended mags, and that's about it. But I think that where all the other shotguns are at, that's time earned in that class, and it's based on your skill and how you use them in the game. They're very self-satisfying. So here I'm using the look at this. See, now I finally figured out. I see that. Did you see that one sequence right there? I had the trigger held down for automatic, and all you have to do is move the crosshairs, and that's it. And once you get the damage and everything comes down to a point where you filter it, it's awesome. It's just, you know, boom, see right there? Just did one shot, and then two guys are held down there. See, you don't even have to worry about reloading the pump action. Even though the pump action takes more skill, this one is more fun to use. And it's like, you know, it's funny, it's like, people are like, oh my god, what do you got? You're cheating? And you know, like, they don't even understand the fact that you have to go through all the pain to get to where you need to get to use this weapon effectively in the game. Now, when you're playing Ground War Domination and Team Deathmatch and all those other titles, I don't know how this shotgun would work in like Search and Destroy or other game modes that are very temperamental. You know, I don't really know, but I know for a fact that it's beautiful in Ground War. I love the shotguns. I love, you know, this is actually this is the first time that I've ever seen like a whole class of weapons that actually, you know, are close to great. The only one exception is maybe the 87s need to be a little bit stronger, strikers a little bit weaker, and the AA-12s need to have a little bit more range. And other than that, they're perfect. Look at that. Just hold down the trigger and rape. The thing is that this is the only thing in the game that you have to actually work towards getting to make better. It's not like the sniper rifles, you just pick them and bam, they're ready to go. It's not like any other class. This class is the most unique, personality, heuristic type weapons that you can make your own. And people, and the great thing about Call of Duty, the thing about the Call of Duty series, now watch this, see this? Now I did shoot kind of messed that one up, but you can see how people are in Call of Duty. Nobody wants to work for nothing. That's why there's a million people online at any given time playing this game versus Battlefield 3, because the weapons, you have to work for everything in Battlefield 3. Nobody wants to do that. I think this is a great crossroads as to how far you need to go in a video game to work for something. It's not too hard. It's just right. I think, you know, if Infinity Ward's listening to this, or Treyarch, shotgun classes and how to pick up stuff, look at that. Just hold down the trigger, beautiful. If they took the cue and listened to how the shotguns were fun to rank up and enjoyable to use after that point, and applied it to every other class, it would be amazing. I think that I think the damage thing is kind of like giving them the damage proficiency is like giving them stopping power. I think that would be a great idea. I think damage should be a proficiency on all the weapons, and then that way people like have to choose, or make it unlockable at like level 31 for the assault rifles. That's what I think. I think it's well worth it. I think the proficiency adds a great dynamic with the perks, you know, and not just giving somebody stopping power. Well, there you have it, 50 and 10 with stopping power and extended mags. I will have probably an epic game sometime this week with the golden US-12s, and it will be gold. It will be epic. Maybe a Moab. I don't know. I'm feeling it. Anyways, until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace, and I'm out.